So today I was just going through an article by Paul Graham. If you don't know Paul Graham, this is him. He's one of the pioneers of YC, one of the first people who actually started YC. YC is a startup accelerator. As you watch them, if you ever consider trying to raise. So I was reading through one of his articles, which I found interesting. I want to tell you about it. The article is just generally talking about how to actually select ideas. Because remember yesterday I was just going through a bunch of ideas that we went through as a team. A lot of them I've gone through, I'm like, meh, but a lot of them are also good. So I just wanted to understand the best of the best. How did they actually select ideas? You mentioned how Apple wasn't born because Steve Wozniak wanted to copy IBM, but rather he just wanted a personal computer. He went on to also mention how Google happened because Larry and Sergey, the two founders, couldn't find things online, so they built Google. For Hotmail was because the founders couldn't exchange emails at work. So it just goes to show that a lot of the ideas that these big startups created are ones that were from personal conviction. And a link to a book I read back in the day. It's called Ikigai. It's a Japanese book. That's the name of the book. If you want to look at it, it's right somewhere here. And for that book, it sort of breaks oneself to live a meaningful life in sort of 4 quadrants. And these are what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And through those 4 quadrants, the idea is that you're able to find meaning for yourself, meaning that is able to drive you to live a meaningful life, the reason of being. If you think about it, most of the scenarios I gave are not too far different. How Paul Graham look at ideas or look at how to find ideas through personal conviction or personal problems, and how the ikigai, how they sort of define how to define a meaningful life. And in this intersection of all both of these frameworks I've mentioned, what you have to ask yourself is not necessarily what idea should I build a startup for, but rather what's the problem I care about, what's something that I can solve, what's something that the world will be able to pay me for. And in that intersection of things, you're able to actually find the reason of being, and you're able to find what you should actually do, what you actually build for. So there's day 5, and yeah, have a great day. Peace.